Welcome to Pat's Home Craft. This is Pat, and thank you for joining me in my channel today. Today I'll be crafting some fun floral designs. My floral ideas are part of the Spring Always Follows the Rain collaboration. For my project, I'm going to create a sign, and I'm going to use these house frames from Dollar Tree. First, I'm going to take some white chalk paint from Waverly, and I'm going to just place 2 coats of chalk paint inside the backs of each one of the frames. I like the natural wood color of the little house shapes, so I'm going to leave those as is. I did choose 3 different house shapes, and I chose the shorter one to be in the center. I will place some wording in the center one with some floral on either side of the taller ones. Now I'm going to take this Dollar Tree greenery, and I'm going to take some of this floral. I will just simply remove some of the branches, and then I'm going to use some of this purple floral for the taller house. I'm simply hot gluing these little branches in place along one side of this house shape. And now I'm taking 2 sections of the purple floral and hot gluing them in place also. Now I'm going to take the pink floral for the second little house shape and some of this greenery which resembles lamb's ear. And these were also from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to place my greenery for this house on the opposite side. So I'm just going to place 3 stems of the lamb's ear in this right hand corner. And then I'm going to trim down the 2 pink pieces and place them standing straight up, just using hot glue. Now I'm going to take a little quirky saying and write it out on notebook paper, and I'm taking some graphite paper, cutting out a piece, and then after placing the graphite paper face down, I'm going to simply add a lot of pressure and just retrace what I wrote. I used the notebook paper to keep in a straight line with what I was going to handwrite. After I've traced it out, as you can see, it came out perfectly. Now to make it nice and bold, I'm just using a medium point permanent marker. And taking my quick grip glue for long-term hold and some hot glue for short-term hold, I'm going to glue these together with a floral on either side of the front house shape. And once I get them exactly how I want them, I add some pressure, and there you go. My beautiful little house shape has turned into a really quirky and fun sign. This video is in part of the Spring Always Follows the Rain collaboration between myself, SimpleRoots, Simple Living, DIY from House to Home, The Redheaded Scrapper, and Freckled Mom. Be sure to check out that playlist link down in the description box so you can watch all the rest of these wonderful DIYers' beautiful ideas in their videos. We've put together some DIYs for some beautiful and creative ideas for floral that always follow the rain in the springtime. I've chosen some DIYs of floral projects that are unexpected and totally fun for your home. For this project, I'm going to take 2 of these Dollar Tree frames that are completely clear. They don't have backs other than the glass, but they do have 2 panes of glass. And for each one of these paintings that I'm going to create, I'm going to color or paint one of the panes with white chalk paint. And I'm going to place 2 coats of white chalk paint. Now, on one of the clear glasses, I'm going to create a cactus shape. And I'm going to do one of those traditional cactus shapes with the arms. Now, I'm taking some moss chalk paint, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of using my imagination, and I'm creating the 2 little arms, and I am staggering the arms to where one is slightly higher than the other one. And I will come back and give that a second coat once it's completely dried. When you're painting on glass, I've found that you need to let each coat of paint completely dry before you move on to the next step, or you could potentially peel off the existing layer that you started with at the bottom. So after letting that second coat dry, I'm coming back with some celery chalk paint and adding some highlight. And once that dries, I'm going to use some Scallion chalk paint to give it a little more of a bright touch. Now I'm coming in with, I believe the color is Fern. I will place all of the colors down below in the description box to let you know each and every one of the colors that I did use. And I'm creating some lines like you would find in the cactus, the lined sections. And then I'm going to use this same dark color to create some dotted areas to make it, I guess, the areas where there would be the prickly needles. And then I'm going to use the same color to create some darker shading for my cactus. I make sure to not shade in the areas where I did use the highlight, the lighter colors. And now I'm coming in with a mixture of ballet slipper and white. And I'm going to create some flowers on my cactus. And these are my fun flowers for my video. And now I'm taking some white and I'm giving some highlight to my flowers. And while I have that white, I'm going to go ahead and give my cactus some more highlight, just a little bit more dimension. And now I'm going to take this rosy pinkish color and create a deeper hue with crimson. Just give it a little more dimension to my flower. I am coming in with a little bit of the darker crimson itself to make the flowers a little bit different. And now I'm coming in with just a little bit more of that fern. And here I am, after everything has dried completely, I'm taking some Mod Podge and letting it seal completely. And after that dries, I'm going to put the whole piece together. And here you have my fun and funky cactus painting number 1. For my second cactus painting, I'm going to create one with the more rounded shape of a cactus. And so I'm going to create the body and create several ears coming out from the original one, and I am using the moss color. And here I'm creating an ear that is just a little too big, and I wanted to show you that the beauty of painting on glass is that you can simply wipe it off and start over. And I'm using all the same colors that I used before, so I'm going to just let you sit back and watch while I paint this. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I would much appreciate it. Also, if you'll hit that notification bell, you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. Please be sure to check out my fellow DIYers videos full of beautiful floral projects. If you like these projects, please leave me a big thumbs up like. Also let me know which one was your favorite project. For this next project, I'm going to create a globe for some beautiful floral. I'm going to take this glass from Dollar Tree and I'm going to take this spool, but I only need one of the sides of that spool of ribbon. So I'm going to just remove that side, and that is what I will place my flowers on. And these are the flowers that I've chosen. These are beautiful flowers or roses that I found at Walmart. Now the larger one is too large, so I'm going to use this rosebud and then this very tiny rosebud. So after I trim them down, I'm going to make sure that everything looks good and fits in here, and I'm probably going to have to trim it down just a little bit more. It's a little too tall. So after trimming it, I need to see how much length I need for the smaller rosebud. And once I have that figured out, I need to do something about this center hole in my little cardboard base. So I'm just going to take a simple scrap of paper and just glue it down. So now I'm going to take a nice glob of glue and place it on the center of this, and I want my flower to lean forward. So I'm taking a twig and I'm adding it to the hot glue and just letting it dry in place. And now I'm going to glue the smaller rosebud. I'm going to glue it with a nice glob of glue. And then taking the hot glue, I'm also going to put a tiny amount so I can glue the tiny rosebud to the larger flower along with the leaves. And now once all of that has dried, I'm going to take some moss from Walmart. This is just dried moss. And I'm just going to tear off pieces, and I'm just going to hot glue this onto the paper base. So now I'm going to take this Dollar Tree sign and I'm going to paint over the top of it. And I decided I didn't want to just paint. I didn't want to have just paint. So I wanted to take this Hobby Lobby piece of paper, and I went ahead and just traced it out. And after cutting it, I Mod Podged this paper to the top of my base. And after that dries, then I'm going to Mod Podge over the top of it to completely seal the entire thing. And now I'm going to take this pearl detail, and I forgot to press record, so I'm just going to show you what I did at this point. I did hot glue that detail in place, and now I've taken these little feet and I did hot glue them also to every one of the corners for a beautiful stand effect. And then I took the glass piece and placed it over my floral, and I hot glued that in place, and then I took the entire piece and glued it down to my base. And then in order to hide that seam, I took a little bit of that pearl detail and just glued it all along the base. And then here you have my beautiful floral creation. This idea would be beautiful for Mother's Day. As always, thanks again for stopping by. Always look around you for the beauty in your life. It's right there waiting for you to see it. Until the next video, have a great day.